Good morning, class! How are you this morning? Okay, it's good to hear that you are all okay. This morning, we will have a reading exercises. All you need to do is to read the poem and name the picture which is delivered as the next word to make the sentence complete. Understood, class? Okay, let's start. It was you, it was me, it was the underneath the that understood my and it's racing. You told me nothing. I believed everything. In that moment, I found very good. To check if you still remember our discussion last meeting, we will have an activity called Reminiscing Learnings. I have here a paper strips which contains your names. I will close my eyes and choose among the strips. Whoever is chosen will share his or her learnings from our previous discussion. Okay, let's start. Okay, Eliza, who is the author of the story or play Romeo and Juliet? Yes, you are correct. Next, Angelo, what is the beginning of play or its exposition? You're correct. Now, Angeline, what is the ending of the play or the story? Very good, Angeline. Last. Yes, Richelle. What could have been done to prevent this kind of tragedy from occurring? Very good. It seems that you have really understood our last discussion. This morning, we will take in and relate and know the story of Awiyaw and Lumlay. And now, we have to watch the story or the play. Okay, class, what will you do while watching a video? Yes, sit properly and keep silent. Very good. I want everybody to watch the video very well.
The Wedding Dance by Amador T. Daguio. The story is set in the mountains of northern Philippines in a traditional community unspoiled by outside influence. The story may have happened before or after the Second World War, one summer night before the harvest time. Awiyaw is a strong, muscular, industrious member of the tribe. He'd been married to Lumnay for 7 years, yet without children. He loves Lumnay and was a good husband to her. But he is forced to take another wife as the laws of their society dictate. Lumnay is a tough, graceful woman who is also an industrious worker. She was a loving wife to Awiyaw, but after the failure to give him an offspring, she has to suffer separation from the love of her life. Madulimay is the woman chosen to be Awiyaw's new wife. She holds the promise of the continuity of Awiyaw's lineage. So here, we have a forced love triangle. One night of the festivities for his second wedding, Awiyaw visited his first wife Lumnay in the house he built for her. Awiyaw is worried that Lumnay is not among the wedding dancers. He invites her to the dance, but she remains still. He apologizes to her and explains why the situation between them had to be this way. It is clear that they understood each other. They do not point fingers nor judge one another. Awiyao expresses his admiration and love for his wife and his regret for giving in to the pressure of producing an offspring. He encourages Lumnai to accept another husband. Lumnai, however, is a dominant and stands for her ground. She will love only one man. Awiyao promises to come back to her if he fails again for the second time. But Lumnai wishes him and his new wife only blessings from Kabunyan. She admits to him how difficult the situation is for her. When Awiyao is called back to the dance, he pauses, as if to think over his decision. Lumnai accepts his invitation to the dance and plucks off her courage to face her tribe. The joys of the past and the pain memories keep bringing her. But then, Lumnai stops to reflect on her fate, questioning why they had to separate, and plans to air her dissensions to the tribe. However, she changes her mind and runs away from the ceremony toward the bean fields, where she lingers for a long while to be with the beans that produce she is able to breed.
This story teaches us how important and healing is to accept. Class, can you please read the author's background of the short story, The Wedding Dance? Thank you. And now, let me introduce to you the characters in the story, Wedding Dance. First, Awiyao, the husband, humorous and physically fit. Next is Lumnai, the wife of Awiyao, the woman who was left by her husband, Awiyao, because she cannot bear a child. Beautiful, a good dancer, strong in planting beans, fast in cleaning jars, and a good housekeeper. Next is Madulimay, Awiyao's new wife. And this is the plot of the story. First, the introduction. The story started when Awiyao went to his and Lumnai's house to invite his ex-wife to join the dance. The rising action. Things get complicated when they start talking and she can't let go of Awiyao. The climax. So much intense felt in the story when they both started that they do not want any other man or woman for them. There's so much intense formed when they started that they still love each other. The falling action, when Lumnai and Awiyao have to follow their tribe's custom. The last is a denouement, when Awiyao was fetched by his friends and he had no choice but to go back to the wedding. This time, class, to check if you have listened and understand the piece of literature we have discussed, we will have an activity. This activity is called Arrange Me. I have here a picture that contains the part of the story. All you have to do is arrange the picture chronologically and label it from 1 to 5. Are my instructions clear, class? Okay, let's start. First picture. She wanted to protest against the written rule, but while seeing her husband married to another woman, she could not take it anymore. Second, Awiyao and Lumnai is a long-married couple from the mountain tribes. Awiyao is going to marry another woman, Madulimay, because Lumnai was not able to give him a child. Next, on their moment, there are many flashbacks about how Lumnai did her best to have a child through offering to the god Kabunyan. Next, Awiyao went back home to see Lumnai because he didn't find her among the dancers at his wedding. He wanted Lumnai dance at his wedding for the last time, but she cannot. So, he went back to the mountain. Class, I am much delighted that you have learned a lot from our discussion. Let's give ourselves a big clap. Okay, class, it seems that you have understood the short story very well. To test your understanding about our discussion in this morning, we will have another activity. Count yourselves 1 to 3 and I will give each group a task. The presentation must be 2 minutes long. Each group will be given 10 minutes to prepare. Your output and presentations will be rated based on the criteria: mastery 25%, stage presentation 15%, creativity or originality 35%, language use 25%, and a total of 100%. And now the team education, which is the group 1, will make a song composition. Your group is tasked to compose a song about the love of Awiyaw and Lumnay. You have 10 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes to present. And next is the group 2, Team Love, will make infographics. Your group is tasked to present an infographics showcasing lesson you can get from the short story, The Wedding Dance. You have 10 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes present. And last is the group 3, the teamwork, will make a slogan making. Your group is tasked to present a slogan about the story. You have 10 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes to present. Okay, class, it's time to present the task that I've given to you. Let's start from group 1, the team education. Very good. Let's give them a warm applause. And now let's welcome the group 2 for their presentation, the team love. Very good. Let's give them a big clap. And the last group, but not the least, is the group 3, the teamwork. Very good, group 3. Let's give them a warm of applause. Very good, everyone, for a job well done. This time, class, to further assess your understanding about our lesson, you will answer the questions written in the board. Answer the following questions in a sentence or 2 each based on your understanding of the story. It's already time. Pass your paper forward. For your assignment, create a storyboard about the literature that we tackled today. You are to submit that next meeting. Am I understood, class? Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you have learned a lot in today's discussion. Goodbye, class, and stay safe.